Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right. I have a message from my Father that He wants me to speak on about the calling on your life when you have a calling with God. He wants me to explain that to y'all, from the men's to the women's, that y'all got to understand when you have a calling on your life. When you have a calling on your life, all of your time belongs to God. That's why God say, don't put nobody before Him, because He comes first in your life. Even if you have a relationship, married, children, or whatever, God comes first in your life. When you have a calling with God, you're walking with God. Everything you have in your life goes on hold when you're walking with God. Your mind is focused on the things that God have you to do. Even though you hear things out there in the world, what's going on out there, your mind is only focused on what God wants us to do out here on this earth. It's not focused on the earthly things. It's focused on the heavenly things that the Father wants us to do for the earthly things. That's what we do when you have a calling on your life. What y'all got to understand, that when you have a calling on your life, you're not like other people. When you have a calling on your life, you're not like normal people where you could just go out here and do whatever you want to do all willy-nilly. Because the Father do give you free will to do what you want to do all willy-nilly. But when you walking with God, you can't do what you want to do all willy-nilly, because you on God's time. You on God's time. And whatever God tells us to do, that's what we do, because we on God's time. When God says that He ready for us to have a relationship or a marriage, that's when God say we can have a marriage or relationship. Because God knows more than we do. He knows who is good for us and who is not good for us. God knows that. He knows that. That's why He tell the people out there in the world that He give free will to come to Him, so He can help make sure you get the right path in your life to go the right way. But you have to trust God and let God do Him. You got to let go and let God do what He say He's going to do. Because when you do it the way you want to do it, you fall right on your face. So it's always better to just let God do what He does. Because God sees all, He knows all. Things we don't see and we don't know, God does. He sees it and He knows it. And He knows who is right for you and who is not right for you. God knows that. Because we just humans. We just humans. And we can't see what God can see. We cannot see what He sees. He sees what we can't see. So when you're walking with the Lord, when you're walking with the Father, He's going to tell you, when you walk with me, you focus only on me, because you walk with me. You picked up that cross and said, Father, I'm going to walk with you to hell and back, wherever you want to go. I'm going to follow you, because that's what's my calling, to do that. So when you walking with God, your mind is only on God. And that's the way He wanted it to be, until He decide to say, okay, now I'm going to open that door for you to have a relationship or a marriage. Till then, if God say that door is not going to be open, it's not going to be open until God ready to open that door. And that's the way it is. It doesn't matter if people think that you are dating and you having problems in a relationship and all that. No, it's not no problems. in a relationship is what you doing for God. You're not thinking about a relationship. You're thinking about what the Father wants you to do on this earth. It's too much that we do for God to be thinking about earthly things. That is not on our mind. What's on our mind is to make sure that the Father wants everything to go according into His plans and His ways. So when you got a calling on your life, your calling is to focus with God and do what God says, not to stray off your path, to stay on your path. That's what being with God, when you walking with God. You don't have the time to be thinking about who's doing this and who's doing that. That's not what's on your mind. What's on your mind is what people are doing that God don't appreciate, and He wanted to go the way He wanted to go in His ways. God don't like the way the world is, so God hired His workers, the ones that He called on, to help Him get the world back right the way it's supposed to be. That is what God is doing. He is straightening up everything that these demons have done to the world. So God ain't got time for us to be thinking about no relationships or no marriages or none of that. When you walking with God, you walk with God and you put God first and do what God say you to do. Right now, you don't have no time to be thinking about no relationship, because you don't have no relationships when you're walking with God. So when God say it's time to have a relationship or have a marriage, that's when God gonna put all that into focus. Till then, when you walking with God, you doing what God say do. You following God ways. Nobody else but God. And that's what y'all gotta understand. That's what y'all gotta understand. When you walking with God, when you got a calling on your life, your calling is to do God's will. Man is not the thought in your mind. God is the thought in your mind. You is here to work for the Father and do His will. And like I said, when the Father is ready for you to have a relationship, He will put that in focus. Till then, you're walking with the Father and you're doing your will. And when your will is focused in with the Lord, and it's up there in heaven and what He wants you to do down here on earth. That's where your focus is, with God and the things that He wants us to do. Not no, let's think about what people, so you got a relationship, you need to focus on that. No, because can't no relationship or no marriage save your life for what you going through with people taking you through, and God know what people taking you through. So your mind is not on a relationship or a marriage, it's on the things that God trying to help you understand, that it's too much tragedy out here that people have been done to people, and God trying to clean it up. Because He don't want the next generation to go through what we went through. He wants the next generation to come in and have peace, so they won't have to deal with all of this simple-minded stuff that people have been doing on this earth. He don't want the next generation to be dealing with simple-minded people. He wants things to go the way and according to it should have been going before all of this started. So He trying to clean it up. So when the next generation come in, it's going to come in right. And these generations ain't going to have to deal with all of this no more. They ain't going to have to deal with all of this no more. So it's another message I want to put. And this don't have nothing to do with my father. This has something to do with my family that I want to speak on about, that y'all need to understand. This is what I want to say. When I was a baby and y'all tried to take me off the earth, and I want y'all to think, use your mind, use your common sense. If you could not remove me as I was a baby till I was 11 years old, all the way up to 14, all the way up to 20 and 30, and all the way up to my, 50s and 60s or whatever, and you couldn't remove me then, what makes you think that God was going to let you remove me now? Who else y'all think that was protecting me through all that time and I'm still here? Think. Use your head. Who else y'all think that saved my life through all of that when I was a child, from a baby all the way to the age I am now? Who else y'all think saved my life through all of that? Think. And everything y'all did, you couldn't remove me. Think about it. Who else y'all think did it? Because y'all had me right in the palm of y'all hands to remove me off God's green earth. But it never happened. Now think about that. I'm just like y'all. A human person that y'all could have been destroyed as a baby to a grown person. And y'all never could do it. Who y'all think that was protecting me through all of that? Use your common sense on that. Who you think that was doing that? Who else y'all think can do that? Who got that much power? Use your head. Who has that much power to stop y'all from removing a baby from a little child, all the way from a teenager to being an adult to being grown all the way up? Who else y'all think can do that? Who got that much power that can do that? Think. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. And I'm still here right now today, and y'all still trying to do it. Who y'all think got that much power? I want everybody in the world out there to think. Use your head. If God say that somebody is not leaving off this earth, they not going. Because God make the final say on everything. He makes the final say. And if he say, you're not going, you're not going. Ain't nothing y'all can do. Period. No matter what y'all try to do. If God say it ain't going to happen, it ain't going to happen. Because you're just human people. You're not God. And you will never ever be God. And you cannot do what God can do. And that's what y'all need to get in y'all head. No matter what y'all try to do. If God want that person to leave, that person will leave. If God say that that person ain't going nowhere, that person ain't going nowhere. And no matter how much technology or whatever y'all got, cannot stop God. Y'all technology cannot beat the Lord. Nothing y'all have cannot stop God. Because if God say it ain't going to happen, it ain't going to happen. Because God knows everything y'all do before y'all do it. That's the point y'all don't need to get. Y'all need to get in y'all head. God sees all and he knows all. And he knows things that y'all don't know. And he knows when you're thinking and when you ain't thinking. He knows your first move when you make it. You can't do nothing without God seeing it. God is always around. Like I say, he's closer than what you think. He always there. He's closer than what you think. And that's what y'all need to get in y'all head. Y'all can't do nothing without God's permission. And the devil and his minions cannot do nothing without God's permission. And that's what y'all need to get in y'all head and realize. And when y'all do realize that, that's when things will go the right way on God's green earth. When y'all realize who is the creator. When y'all realize that it's really a creator and that y'all is not the creator. And when y'all get that in y'all head, things will change and it'll go the right way. For the ones in the dark and the ones in the light that knows that it is a creator. It's just the ones in the dark don't know that it's a creator. And when you get that and you see you cannot beat the creator and wake up, because you need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up, because you're never going to be able to create the creator. You're never going to be able to beat him, because he the one created all of us. Get that in your head. He created each and every last one of us, and each and every last one of us is made in his image. And there's nothing y'all can do about it to stop it, because we are all made in his image, and everything that y'all do, God already knows it. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. You are made in God's image. God created all of us, and we are all his children. And everything y'all do, God sees it, because we made in his image. Get that in y'all heads. Get it in y'all heads. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.